Hi, welcome to another session of Revit Family Academy. What I'm going to be demonstrating here is a great workflow for bringing in title blocks and schedules. Um, Title blocks with parameters and schedules with also if they have parameters, they don't have to. Um, Again, a great workflow. The current training you probably got or workflow you're probably using is to stick all your title blocks for your company and all the possible schedules you're going to use in a template file, then starting a new project using that template, and you have all those title blocks and all those schedules available in your project. The issue with that, a few issues, is now you have dozens or hundreds of schedules in your project that you may not need, and you have all the title blocks in your company that you may not need. So you got to go clean those out. You don't have to, but it makes the project bloated and the project browser a little more difficult to read. The other issue, especially for shared parameters with title blocks, is if anybody's done it, to properly make shared parameters of instance or type parameters in your title block, to set those up, to bring it in and set them up through project parameters can be difficult for the novice user. And if you don't do it very often, you forget, what do I click on? What are the properties to make it work right? If anybody's done it, they know what I'm talking about. The other workflow you might do is save the title blocks out as RFA files, and you bring those families into your project. One of the issues bringing having title blocks and schedules in a template file is you start a project and then 3 months, 4 months later, the title blocks may get updated, or maybe there's more schedules available. Well, your template is not dynamic and will not get updated. You'd have to bring those in periodically and change those. So this workflow here will, as a nice streamed workflow, is for bringing in exactly what you want into your project when you want it. To do this, you have to have all your schedules and title blocks just saved in a Revit project file. I like to call warehouse file that you can um, insert whatever you want, again, anytime you want. And you don't have to worry about existing shared parameters set up in the project you're in. They will not get overwritten with the shared parameters that the schedules or title blocks are using. They can be completely different, independent. That's another great thing. And again, you don't have to worry about setting up the parameters. Again, setting up parameters, you have to go manage. Before, not with this workflow, but before you had to go to project parameters, add a project parameter, and go through shared parameters and pick the right value in here, which generally is sheets, pick if it's instance or type property, that kind of thing. And then the other issue is you can't use transfer project standards for bringing in um, title blocks because there's no title blocks or schedules. Okay, you'd have to bring in views. So again, it'll bring in all views. So there's nothing designated for title blocks. Again, if there was, it would probably bring in all title blocks, all schedules, if it did have schedules. You don't want that. You want to bring in exactly what you want when you want it. This workflow does that for you. So let's get started. So I've got a blank project, as you can see here. There's no sheets and there's no schedules in here. Okay. So again, I have a warehouse project file, warehouse.rvt file on my network um, that others can access. So I simply go in a project when I want to use that title block, bring it in. As I go insert, and I go to insert from file, insert views from file, and I find that warehouse file. There we go. Click open, and so right away it will come through and show you all the information now. So I just got a few things in here just to demonstrate, but you can see, let's say I want to bring in the E size, and let's say I also want to bring in these schedules at the same time. Don't have to. Okay, hit OK. So it brings all those schedules in, and it brings the sheet in as well. So now this sheet is in. I click on the sheet and I've put on, just to demonstrate, two shared parameters, okay, that are brought in. Okay, so these shared parameters are, um, I think I have DCC and security level just to demonstrate. Okay, and these are instance values. So if I start a new sheet, and again, now I right click on my sheets, new sheet, and there's that e-size I brought in into my project. So now it's available. So I start another one, and these are my instance values I can change. Okay, and again, I have the schedules available to me. And that's it. That's how the great workflow on bringing in title blocks with shared parameters or without, and bringing in schedules. Thanks for watching.